McTominay, man. How good is he? You see, United fans are still divided over this one player. Some say he's absolutely garbage and he doesn't deserve to even play in this area. Others say he has a really great passion, he's been chipping in with goals for us, and deserves a little bit more time. And some just love the guy. So the thing is, McTominay is this type of a player. He's a type of player that's always loved by coaches because of the fact that he's a likable dude. He always gives his all. He doesn't argue. He just goes out there. He's a warrior, and he has that warrior mentality. There's a reason why Jose liked him, and to be honest, any manager you meet will like him. Kind of like, think about it, Mason Mount. It's funny to think about. Both are really hardworking players. It's a weird comparison because they play differently, but their mentality is there. They have great mentalities. And also, they don't really talk too much. They're pretty quiet people, especially McTominay, and they impress a lot of people. So the thing is, right, McTominay is a center defensive mid, and McTominay as a box-to-box are completely different players. Lots of the time, especially early on this season, McTominay would get in this area, and Fred would do the jobs of winning 50-50s. Or it would be left-right in a box-to-box area, or right-left in a box-to-box way. But most of the time, even if they did this, McTominay doesn't have the license to go ahead of Fernandes, or roam, or even get in this sort of an area. He just gets the ball, opens up, finds it, and then slowly just sits back in this sort of a defensive area, and just moves the ball around with no real creativity, just finding the first thing that comes to him. The thing is, right, to be fair, McTominay and Fred aren't very great creatively. Don't want to get into bad passing, all that. Sure, yeah, we have players like Pogba and Fernandes who are some of the best in the world at passing. So it's just a little bit unfair to compare Fred and McTominay. I'd say their passing is alright. I don't think Fred's passing is great, to be honest. Maybe it's just recency biased, but overall it isn't too great. I think McTominay can play long ball occasionally. His passing isn't completely terrible, and he can chip in with it, but that's not the point, right? The point is, these two have worked pretty well at times. I'll give you an example. Shut down Neymar. He made Neymar look like pretty much an average player. That's probably one of the highlights that they've done. They've shut down a lot of big teams. Although they have been 0-0 draws, they are secure defensively, but they don't bring too much attacking either. So here's where we go to how Manchester United have played recently. Manchester United have played with such a high line. You have Maguire and Lindelof chilling here at times, especially against the low block that Manchester United have to play against, which is kind of annoying at times. So McTominay and Fred, none really have the role of staying back. Both can get up if they want to, and it's great to see. At times United will attack with 8 players, You'll get Wan-Bissaka in the box. Overall, the attacking mentality is something you do really like to see, because most of the time before it'd be a player like McTominay sitting back, but now with both of them, right, or Fred, just link up in this general area. But what's impressed me the most is the fact that McTominay, I don't know if it's a specified tactic or not, but I've noticed something. If Fernandes in this area and like Fred is over here, it draws space. So this sort of formation, right? Fred can make a run, Rashford can make a run, Fernandes can make a run. It all draws space in the center for McTominay to get a potential shot off or a potential little thread to Martial, but more importantly, a shot off, which is really good at. It opens up this little bit of space, and McTominay is great at taking shots. The whole time, the United midfield and all, it works in a way to open up a tiny bit of space in the midfield, especially as of late. If McTominay is able to take that space and get shots off, United will look pretty good because McTominay is great at that. If long shots is something that we add to our game, United will be so much more dynamic. If we have a player like McTominay who already has that shooting ability, who has the confidence to go, I'm gonna take a touch and shoot, it'll add another element to our game. It'll help us get rid of or disintegrate a low block even better. Of course, low blocks are organized, so it requires players to have little moments of brilliance, little moments of dribbling. And unfortunately, McTominay does not provide that, to be honest. So that's the downside. I'll tell you one thing. Lately, I've been thinking of McTominay as a Souček with legs. He has the aerial ability. He's very good in the air. He also has great shooting, great finishing. If we're able to use him and get him up a little bit more, I'm sure he can do a great job, because his finishing is absolutely brilliant. I'm gonna be honest. He doesn't have the experience of Souček, but he has physicality on the other hand, and he has great stamina. So think what you want to think. I know it's a stupid analogy, but it's what I like to think of it as. So as of now, right, Pogba is injured. So if Donny plays, you gotta think. It depends on the team, yeah. Because if Donny plays, you'll have to have McTominay play a little bit more defensive, or you'll have Donny and Fred. So I don't know, especially when Manchester United play a high line. I think it's where McTominay is most effective, because he gets more opportunities to get up, he's able to receive the ball, and he just plays a lot better. So, my final conclusion on McTominay. He's helped us so much these past 3 games, and I'm starting to like him more and more, but I won't disregard how he's played earlier in the season. I don't like the amount of hate he gets, because to be fair, even before, you could think of him as sort of an average player with great mentality and all the attributes to become a pretty solid player. I think he's been scoring goals now. He's always been great in the air. And to be honest, players like him with that sort of mentality, I always like. I hope he can keep it up. I think at times he needs to he can't just offer something creativity, like you can't offer that just from the get-go. Maybe something he learns, but in this sort of a system, I think he can be a pretty effective player for us, and I hope he contributes with more goals and all. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed, and yeah, see you next time. And stay for the question,